Hello, grade 7. How are you? I hope that everything is good and you are doing great with your lessons, because I'm sure that you are very good students and you are doing great and you love your science, right? So, we are speaking in this lesson about living things in their environment, right? And the last thing that we were speaking about is, hi grade 7, who remember? Very good. We were speaking about recording the plant life in a habitat. We spoke about using a quadrat and making transect. Then we spoke about collecting small animals. Do you remember the ways that we were speaking about? Collecting, how to collect it from soil, and the other ways. Okay, very good. Today, grade 7, we are gonna speak together about something that we spoke about when we spoke about cells, if you remember. We are gonna speak about adaptations. About what? Adaptations. So, let's know more about this word. Adaptations. When we adapt to something, we adjust to it. We what? Adjust to it. I explained it before. I'm gonna say it again. For example, if you change schools, you may find that the new school runs in a different way. Okay? Different to the old school that you were in. Then you will adapt, you will adjust or adapt to it, to the new way of the new school, right? Also, a grade 7 plant and animal species are adapted to their habitats. The features they have that help them survive, they are called adaptations. The features that help them survive, they are called adaptations. So, let's start with adaptations to changing conditions. To what? Changing conditions. As the earth spins on its axis, it brings each place on its surface towards the sun. Right? Towards the sun, and then away from it, and then away from it in a daily cycle. In what? A daily cycle. The part of the earth that is facing the sun at any time is in daylight. The part of the earth that faces the sun at any time is in daylight. Then, as the earth turns, as we know that the earth turns, right? This part faces away from the sun. The same part that was in daylight now faces away from the sun, and it becomes night. And that's how we have the daylight and night. The earth, grade 7, continues to turn, and this part comes back into daylight once more. This part comes back into daylight once more. Some plants and animals, grade 7, have special adaptations to these daily changes. They have special adaptations to these daily changes. We are going to have together some examples. Plant adaptations to daily changes. We are going to start with what? The plant, the adaptation of the plant to daily changes. Some plants, such as the crocus and the tulip, open their flowers during the day and close them at night. They open it during the day when the sun rises and close them at night. Like what? Like the crocus and the tulip. The flowers are open in the day so that insects may visit them for nectar, and in return transport pollen from one flower to another, bringing about pollination. Some plants, such as crocus and the tulip, open their flowers during the day and close them at night. Why during the day? In order to let the insects visit them for the nectar. And as we know, when the insects come, it takes with it the pollen. Then it will give it to another flower. And this is how pollination happens. The flowers close at night to protect the delicate structures inside the petals from low temperatures and from dew. The flowers, we said, open at day, right? Why? In order to let the insects visit it and take the nectar and pollinate it, okay? Or help it in pollination. But it closes at night. Why? To protect the delicate organs. I want you to look down at the picture in the left. This, we call it the delicate structure inside the petals. They are so delicate. If they are touched, they might be damaged. Okay? We protected it from what? From low temperature and from dew. Dew, they are the small dots of water. You can see it in the picture up in the right. The dew could wash the pollen off the stamen so that it cannot be picked up and transported by the insects. The dew could wash this pollen so it cannot be picked up and transported by the insects. That's why it is closed at night. The night-scented stock is an unusual plant in that its flowers open in the evening and close during the day. It is kind of flowers that we call it night-scented stock. It is what? An unusual plant. Its flowers open in the evening and close during the day. Open in the evening and close during the day. Okay? Why? This adaptation allows moths to visit the flowers and pollinate them. Do you see down in these pictures? It is at night. The moths come and visit the flowers and pollinate them. Take the pollination and helps in pollinate it. A few plants make movements of their leaves over a 24-hour period. They change the movements of their leaves. Leaves not only make food, but also provide a large surface area for the evaporation of water. And we know this information since grade 5 and grade 6 also. Leaves not only make food just for the plant, but also provide a large surface area for the evaporation of water that the plants don't need, which in turn helps to draw water through the plant from the roots. When it gets out the water that it doesn't need, so the water can come from the root. Okay? In wood sorrel, for example, each leaf is divided into 3 leaflets. I want you to look down. This is one leaf. One leaf is divided into 3 leaflets. Do you see their shape? During the day, the leaflets spread out and become horizontal, like this picture down. In this position, they are best placed for receiving sunlight to make food. They are best placed for receiving sunlight. When it's opened like this and it is horizontal, it is the best to make food, to get sunlight in order to make food, and for losing water to the air, which causes the plant to draw up water from the roots. The water is needed to make foods, and it also helps to keep the leaves cool in the sunlight. This is the water is needed to what? To make foods, and also to help to keep the leaves cool in the sunlight. In the evening, the leaflets fold close together. Do you see down in this picture? Now they are folded or closed together. This at night. This helps them to lose less water at night when the plant is not making food. Now the plant is not making food because there is no light. Okay? Plants can make these movements by moving water about inside their bodies. When there is a lot of water in one place, it makes the cells swell up. It makes the cell what? Swells up, like the picture down in the left. When some of it is removed from a place, the cells sag. When some of it is removed from a place, the cells sag. You can see it in the other picture in the right. This swelling and sagging of cells allows parts of the plant to move slowly. They move. Sometimes they are swelling and sometimes they are sagging. And that's it, grade 7 about plant adaptation. Now let's know about animal adaptations to daily changes. Animals are adapted to being active at certain times of the day and resting at other times. They are adapted to being active at certain times of the day and resting at other times. At night, most birds roost, or we can say sleep. But as soon as it is light, they may start flying about in search of food. Do you see down? These two different kinds of birds are sleeping at night. But as soon as it's light, they may start flying. Why? To search for food. And also we find birds have large eyes and consequently have excellent vision. They have large eyes, that's why they have excellent vision, which is essential for them. The excellent vision is essential for them to fly, land, and search for food. To what? Fly, land, and search for food. We are going to continue grade 7 about animal adaptations in daily changes, but in the other part of this video. See you there.